You are listening to I Am Refocused podcast with your host, Shemaya Reed. This podcast is designed to inspire you to live your purpose and regain your focus. Now, let's tune into today's podcast.
This is I Am Refocused podcast. Today is Thursday, so you know what time it is. We are here at Rockefeller's Barbershop. Shout out to the owner, Rico Rodriguez, holding it down every single Thursday, always supporting I Am Refocused podcast and refocusedmagazine.com. Today we have an awesome show for you. We are talking about SAGE, the organization here in San Antonio, and we have our special guest, Cassie Peoples. She is the Outreach and Engagement Coordinator. I want to tell you, good morning. And how are you?
Good morning. I'm doing good. As you said, I'm the Outreach and Engagement Coordinator for SAGE. SAGE is San Antonio for Growth on the East Side. Over at SAGE, our focus is on economic development. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. So we help the East Side community through economic development. We offer back office support for other nonprofits who need help bookkeeping, and we really are the backbone agency for the East Side. We have meetings with other profits in the city to help revitalize the East Side.
So when did you get started? And tell us a little bit about your daily tasks.
Yeah, so I got started August 20th. So it's been about 4 months that I've been at SAGE. Prior, I was a collegiate athlete, basketball. I played basketball at University of Florida. And then after that, I played overseas for a little bit. And then I came over to work in the business world. And, I mean, I love it so far. We are on the go every day. Nothing's the same every day. We come into the office and, immediately we're working because there's always needs in the community. So,
speaking of needs in the community, what's some of the things that you guys get involved with in the community? Because you heard you talk about growing businesses and stuff like that. What's some of the things that you guys do daily to help the community?
Daily, so we have different people who specialize in different departments. So we had a business engagement specialist who worked with our storefront grants that we offer. So basically we had a program where we get government funds and then we allocate those funds to different businesses on the East Side that need storefront improvement. So whether they need their pavement fixed or whether they need their front of their building painted, we would match whatever they brought to the table. So they brought $5,000, we would match that and give them $5,000 to help their storefront appearance. And that basically helps bring in customers for those businesses. It helps revitalize the look of the East Side businesses. We have data and evaluation person who works at SAGE, and she is working on demographics. She's working on where there's needs and things of that sort. So, I do outreach and engagement. I've done a lot of special event planning. So a lot of the stuff that we do is grant funded. And so one project that I was in charge of was Hallow East. It was a Halloween block party. So we provided a safe environment for kids to come and trick-or-treat and for families to come and have a good time. It was awesome. We had hay bales. We had San Antonio Police Association grilling. Food was donated from RK Group. Whataburger donated gifts. We had different vendors and community partners out there passing out candy. We had our safe officers, our East Side safe officers out there dancing with the kids. We had our DJ from the One Radio out there. It was just a really good time. Gardopia, our garden, we had a pumpkin patch in there where we bought I think it was around 200-300 pumpkins, and so kids were able to go into the garden and paint, and it was a really good time. So that was my first event that I had planned, and so I've done a lot of event managing and event planning over for Sage.
And within 4 months, you've been doing all of this.
Yeah, 4 months, and it was
go.
It was go, and
I mean, it really explains the whole situation of what you're doing. You're engaging the community, you're giving the outreach. What is some of the things businesses who may not know much about Sage, what's something that they can learn today as far as how can they get involved and what's the process for that?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I think that businesses can learn is that there are resources out there for your business. It's a matter of looking into them, and it's a matter of investing in your business by going and doing research on how you can get help for your business, because there is help out there. And in our at Sage, we're doing, now that we have new leadership, we have people there, we are really making it a point to let the community know who Sage is, and trying to show everyone what we offer so that we can best help our community and allow people to see what's available to them.
And based on your recent experience, when you're at these events, do you ever come across a business owner that says, hey, I just heard about this, tell us a little bit more about what you do? Or is it one of those things where everyone's starting to catch on now what Sage is all about?
People are starting to catch on. I mean, we do get a lot of people who call to the office, and they're like, hey, I have a new business starting up. Is this something that you guys can help with? And if it's not, we help lend our capacity to other small businesses to where we can point them in the right direction and let them know, hey, this is where you could probably get better help, right? And so, we do get people in the community, and the thing is, when you ask questions, people can help you, right?
Yeah. What's some of the things you notice with businesses out there, especially on the East Side? When they're coming to you guys, where are they at? Are they knowing what to do next, or are they just kind of lost and you need to give them more direction?
I mean, it's a little bit of both. I mean, some people know, some people don't.
True.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Yeah.
And man, we cannot talk even more before we forget this big thing. You have a huge event, Sage Taste the Dream Gala 2019. And before we get heading into those details, what is this all about? What can people expect when this happens in 2019?
Yeah, so the Taste the Dream Gala, it's our biggest fundraiser of the year. And it's actually really unique this year because we've co-branded with the World Heritage Office, City of Gastronomy, and we are the second city in the country to have a City of Gastronomy designation, San Antonio. Yeah. And so they're wanting to partner with us on this Taste the Dream Gala, and so it's pretty big. Because we're really showcasing the diversity that San Antonio has to offer, culturally and food-wise, to be one of 2 cities in the country to have this designation. That's pretty impressive, and we're really trying to highlight that for this gala.
And this is the week before Martin Luther King Day, which San Antonio is proud to always celebrate every year. When it comes to events like this, where it's a huge, big gathering, top of the year, everyone has their New Year's resolutions, everyone has their goals. What's the most exciting part when you get to do these types of events? Yeah,
well, first, MLK March is the biggest in the world. San Antonio's biggest in the world, so it's huge, and everybody loves food, so we're bringing the best food from the best chefs in San Antonio, and so it's really a great event to kick off that march. And the best part is people coming together, music, food, desserts. We'll have 6 chefs from catering groups. I've been out filming them because we're gonna, you have to film them, have videos and things like that. And so I get to taste their food. And
there you go.
Yeah, and it's amazing. We have food from Jamaica. We have Jamaican food. We have Tex-Mex. We have Belgian, French food, and then we have dessert chefs that are bringing their desserts to the gala. Cupcakes, toffee, just really good food that a lot of people may not even know about. But it's in San Antonio, and the Eastside is hosting this event, which is great because
you can't beat that. I mean, number one, you have businesses coming together to get great exposure because your guys are there to give people awareness and get people engaged, right? When it comes to the community and educating them on resources and businesses, getting them more exposure to the community, what is the one thing that people give feedback on when they get involved with Sage?
Yeah, I mean, we're opening doors of opportunity for people. These chefs that are able to highlight their cooking. And I mean, one of the chefs, I was like, hey, do you do personal cooking? And, I mean, these chefs are going to get business after they leave this gala. I mean, Commissioner Calvert just his office just emailed that they wanted to be guests. We're going to be honoring Cheryl Scoley at the event. William Shaw Cruz will be there. So
yeah, I was looking at the list because it's like, man, it's so many things. You have a featured chef, Jason Dady.
Jason Dady, yep, he'll be there featuring. Angie Rodriguez is another one of our other co-chairs. She's a big person in the community. So a lot of people who they want to be in front of cooking for, they're all going to be there. So, it opens opportunities for them, for their businesses. So when they come, they're allowed to bring marketing material. If people like what they're cooking, they can pass out their business cards and things of that sort. So it's a great environment for people to eat, to have fun, to listen to music, to dance, but it's also an opportunity, for fundraising, to showcase their talents, to really get their businesses out there, their names out there. So it'll be a great event. We're gonna try our best to get a lot of media coverage at the event. That'll be the first time that we've actually done that, is to have cameras actually in the event in real time. So it's just a lot of opportunity for exposure for these guys.
And going back to Sage and what it is all about, it's all about the mission statement. Sage champions investment that improves in the quality of life for individuals, families, neighborhoods, and businesses on San Antonio's East Side. I mean, that is the focal point, is to grow the East Side, to show that, man, there's great businesses all around San Antonio.
Absolutely.
What do you say to that small business out there on the East Side who wants to make that next jump to grow the business?
Don't be afraid to do so. Do it now. Ask questions. Do it now. Come and see what's available for you.
That's it, yeah. Because as entrepreneurs out there, a lot of times we want to kind of just do our own.
Right.
Like,
you can't do anything on your own. I mean, you have to have community and people to help and to offer support, and that's what we do. We offer support. Have a plan and attack that plan.
That's it right there.
Yeah.
If you don't have a plan, you're going to be missing something big, because it's almost like, I like to say this, if you're just going to drive to Detroit, but you don't have a map to get there.
Right. Where are you driving?
Exactly.
Right.
But when it comes to your outreach and your engagement responsibilities, you're young in the game, 4 months in the organization. What's some of the learning experiences that you're having right now being involved in the organization?
I'm learning a lot of patience. I'm learning a lot of I'm learning how to communicate better. I'm learning how to lead better.
There you go.
And a lot of this does come from my sports background. Being a point guard, I'm a natural leader. I'm a natural communicator, and so a lot of that I'm having to transfer over to the business world, leading, communicating, seeing where there's a need, and then attacking those needs and executing a different task. And so, as a point guard, you're dishing off assists, you're dishing off, and that's a lot of what I'm having to do. I'm having to
delegate.
Right, delegate things, set things up for other people to execute the best that they can execute. Right, I know where my strong points are in my office, and I know who's good at what. Yeah. And so if something comes to the table where it's like, I may not be the best person for this, but this person may be, I drop them a dime so that they can slam dunk. So, yeah.
Man, what we're going to do in the next half, we're going to talk about putting yourself in the position, if you're a small business on the East Side, putting yourself in the position to win, and definitely starting the new year, right? So don't touch that iPhone. We will be right back.
To Rockefeller's Barbershop. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will be blessed and be glad in Him. Today I want to introduce myself. My name is Rico Rodriguez at Rockefeller's Barbershop here in San Antonio, Texas, 1733 Babcock Road. My phone number is 210-782-5188. And again, we do walk-ins on Sundays. You are listening to I Am Refocused podcast on iHeartRadio. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Does your website need more traffic? Well, visit overflowcafe.com today. They make websites popular, and over 41,000 people use their service to gain more customers. They are winning our business. What about you? Visit overflowcafe.com today.
Hey, this is I Am Refocused podcast. We are still here at Rockefeller's Barbershop. Shout out to Rico Rodriguez. And we are still talking to Sage, man. Sage is the champions for the East Side. And we are still talking to Miss Cassie Peoples. She is the outreach and engagement coordinator. And when we first left the end of the first segment, we was talking about putting your business, if you're on the East Side, in the position to win. And what we're going to talk about more is they have a business specialist on their team. And I'm going to have Cassie just kind of dive in. Tell us, what does the business specialist offer in Sage?
Yeah, so we have a business specialist, and pretty much what she does is whenever someone comes in inquiring about how to get their business started or their ideas, she sits down with them and she looks and dives into what they have and what they have to offer, and then she can offer her expertise on where they should go next, or she can, whatever she believes that their business needs, she's able to pinpoint that, because that's her specialty. But when it comes to businesses, it's really a lot about networking. It's a lot about partnerships, because partnerships are very important. We wouldn't be as powerful as we were if it weren't for partnerships with, Goodwill San Antonio, with Whataburger, with HEB, with, Frost Bank, with, so many different partnerships that we have. They help with their outreach and their capacity, and so that's really a lot of what it's about. It's about lending our capacity to other small businesses to help maximize their potential.
Yeah, you give them that boost of inspiration to engage with your fellow businessmen, businesswomen, and also the community. And circling back to this big, huge event that's happening Saturday, January 12, 2019, Sage Taste the Dream Gala 2019. And like I said, it's a week before the big MLK Day that everyone here in San Antonio is always excited about. What do you look forward to when people come out to this event? Like, what's one thing you hope that everyone does when they show up?
I hope everyone has fun. That's what I look forward to. I look forward to seeing people happy. I look forward to people talking to one another. I look forward to people having a good time, eating, and really bonding over what everyone loves, food, right? Food, music, and that's really what I look forward to, is seeing everyone happy, seeing everyone reap the benefits of the hard work that I've put in for the past, however long I've been here. But really, other people at Sage that have been here longer than I have been working with this event all year long, right? And so that's probably what's very rewarding for me, is to see everyone enjoying the hard work that we put in as a staff.
Oh, it's a big event, and speaking of this big event, someone listening right now, they want to get tickets, they want to show up. What's the process of that happening? Where do they go to? Yeah,
so you can go to our website. It's in the process, as we speak, of being revamped, but sagesanantonio.org. Well, we have an events page on there, and then we also have a Facebook event page, Sage Taste the Dream Gala. And then we also, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and we have links on all of our social media platforms that link to Eventbrite, so you can purchase your individual tickets on Eventbrite. If you're looking to buy a whole table, then you can go onto our website, and there's an email link on there to be able to purchase a ticket. And so that's how you purchase your ticket.
So businesses who want to be sponsors as well, they can get more information on that website as well. Absolutely.
If you want to sponsor the event and have a table, it comes with, you get marketing on our marketing collateral. You get mentions when we do things. We're having videos that we're putting out that we're working on currently. That your business will have that marketing, and so it's great exposure for your business. It's great exposure for, and that's a great point. It's great exposure for other businesses as well that sponsor the event, because we are, for instance, we're working on having spots on Spectrum currently. We're working on that aspect and the video editing and all that with the chefs. And so we're planning on highlighting a lot of the sponsor businesses that are sponsoring the event as well.
And first half, you mentioned about leadership, and we can dive into that a little bit. Because with your position, you're leading. You're saying, hey, follow Sage because we're showing you the light, so to speak.
Absolutely.
If you're wondering, got some questions, we have some resources for you to dive into. When it comes to leadership, though, as a personal part, from your angle, how important is it to have good leadership, good structure in your own life as you're doing your daily tasks?
In my opinion, it'll make or break you, your leadership. It's all about understanding who you're leading, what they need from you as their leader to maximize their abilities, right? I could lead someone, and I could be leading them in a way that isn't conducive to their styles of learning, and I won't get the best out of them, right? Yeah. So being a leader it's very important in anything that you do. You can be doing anything, and you're leading the next person that you're working with, right? The leadership is, you're leading me right now in doing this podcast. Part of leadership too is leading, following,
exactly.
And knowing how to be led. So
it's definitely a call and response. You get the call and you have to respond a certain way,
right.
And how you respond determines the results.
Right.
Now, you are, like I said, only 4 years. 4 months.
Yeah.
I was trying to get you 4 years already.
Right.
Only 4 months in this organization, and look at all the greatness that's already happening. And if you look at San Antonio, I see a lot of new entrepreneurs just popping up, a lot of businesses popping up, and the whole city is growing. And to your point earlier about what Sage offers, what's the one thing that you see that San Antonio is going to really benefit from with organizations like Sage?
That's a great question. I mean, we're all about growth. So I think along with San Antonio growing, having organizations like Sage who know how to lead that march towards growth, I think that's probably the best thing that you're going to see, at least from Sage, is that, you know, San Antonio's growing and we're all about growth. And so, you know, come follow us and learn how to grow, right? So,
I mean, that's key right there. I mean, if you're not learning, you're not, what are you doing?
right.
I mean, kind of piggyback on your history with playing sports. Sports is all about discipline. It's all about teamwork. It's all about collaboration. And so is this organization when it comes to growing these small businesses, to engage with the community and to engage with other businesses. I mean, there's no such thing as competition. If you look in the mirror, that's your competition.
Right.
At the end of the day, is what you bring to the table that counts.
Right.
You as an individual, it's a new year coming soon.
Right.
What is your personal goal for 2019?
My personal goal for 2019, to stay happy and to spread love, to be honest. That's my personal goal for 2019. You know, what's life without happiness and without spreading love to other people?
That's real.
Yeah.
No, that's real, because if you don't have that mindset, then you're really going to get lost really fast.
Right. And it's all, honestly, it's about selflessness and what you can give. And if you live giving and loving, then the good things are just going to be around you.
Yeah, those are seeds that when they start to grow, that harvest is going to look pretty nice, because what you put in is what you get out.
Right.
So back to this amazing event. Mark your calendars. It's Saturday, January 12th, 2019. Sage Taste of the Dream Gala. We have some amazing chefs that's going to be there, some amazing people, and some amazing support from our local sponsors. If people are still forgetting how to get to that website, remind them, where can they go to get their tickets?
Go to sagesanantonio.org to get more information on the gala.
There you go. I mean, Cassie Peoples, she held it down today. And I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here on Refocus Podcast here at Rockefeller's Barbershop. Shout out to Rico Rodriguez, the owner. Every Thursday we're here, man. Before we let you go, though, drop the social media pages for Sage Organization. And if someone wants to call or email or visit the website, where can they go to?
Yeah, so our social media website, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it's all Sage San Antonio. The phone number for Sage is 210-248-9178. And we are located off 220 Chestnut.
There you go.
Yep.
Man, there you have it, man. Cassie Peoples, thank you so much. She is with Sage Organization. She is the Outreach and Engagement Coordinator. And like we always say on this show, keep God first, stay focused, and peace.